Welcome to the first ever Steel Wire podcast. My name is Jaden Johnson, and I'm joined today by Tyler, my brother.
Yep.
And we're here to just talk about the Steelers a little bit. It's December 1st, Saturday night at 8 p.m.
Fuck, it's already December.
I know. Time is fun. Time has really flown by. But anyways, there's a real exciting game tomorrow evening. Tomorrow evening we got the Chargers coming to Pittsburgh.
It's a big one.
Big AFC game. I just wanted to talk about the game just a little bit. I've got 3 key points that I think Pittsburgh really needs to emphasize to win the game. What do you think about the game, Ty?
I think it would be a huge win for us. Be a good push into the playoff season. I feel like each year is different. I feel like every year the Steelers, though, come out slow, but they progress at the end, and it would be a huge, motive to get going.
I will say when we started out 1-2 and we tied with Cleveland that first game,
I was depressed.
Yeah.
Dark times. But anyways, what do you think about the schedule? It'll be a big win with the Chargers. We got the Patriots, and we got the Saints.
Yeah, I think we got some real tough games here. The Saints are going to be real tough. I mean, we're going to New Orleans. That's going to be.
Yeah, that's going to be tough.
I don't know. That's a good team. That's a good Saints team.
Our secondary lacks too, so we got a young secondary. We don't have much turnovers in that field, and Drew Brees might pick us apart. But
I know. I mean, we were hosting New England. Shout out Chris Wood. But that's New England's always tough. I mean, I feel like that's like Pittsburgh's kryptonite is New England. But anyways, just thinking about the Chargers game.
What do you think about Ben throwing 56 times against Denver? I don't think we should have him throwing that much again.
That's tough. I just think James Conner is a phenomenal back. I mean, I just think like
good pickup, good late pickup.
I think Connor's great. Like, I just don't know why you don't give him the opportunity to be great. You know what I mean? He's
young. He'll get there.
It just blows my mind that like Denver is the best team under 500 in my opinion. But also with that being said, Connor is such a good back. Like I think we have such a great offensive line. I think Connor's such a good running back. And just keep a long story short, give him touches, create opportunities for Connor to be great, create opportunities for AB to be great, and everything will fall into place. But my first key point of the game is I think our defense needs to make plays.
For sure.
This season, they've just been like my favorite side of the ball is defense. Like, even when I'm watching Steelers games, I know offenses are what score you points, and defense too, but
yeah.
I like watching the defense play,
Not enough turnovers. Like you were telling me earlier, there's 2 interceptions in the secondary.
Yeah,
we have a young secondary, and we need to wrap up. Our defensive line is really good, though, this year. Our D-line is really good. TJ Watt, probably the most improved player of the year, arguably.
Yeah. I like TJ Watt. I think our defense only creating 12 turnovers is terrible. I think we've played 11 games this season, and we're only creating 12 more opportunities for our offense through 11 games. We're tied 10th worst in the NFL for turnovers.
Yeah. 6
of our turnovers are picks. And with that being said, I'm jumping a little ahead here. But TJ Watt has forced 4 fumbles this season, and that's 25% of 33% of our turnovers is all through TJ Watt. So 6 of our turnovers are by picks by 6 different players, and 2 linebackers are involved. So that leaves 4 turnovers by our secondary. Our secondary is only taken 4 possessions away from the offense through 11 games, which I think is, it's just unacceptable.
The good thing about our defense, Melvin Gordon's out.
Mm-hmm.
So our defense got to be aware when Eckler comes into the game, they're probably going to pass the ball. And he's going to be in the game most of the time, so they're probably going to be passing a lot. So we got to be aware of that. What do you think of the offense? What do you think we need to do on offense?
Man, I just think we need Ben just to
not turn the ball
to
over.
Relax. He needs to just be he just needs to be a game manager. You know what I mean? Like, he does make plays. Like, I'm not saying like, oh, just plug him in. Our offense is great enough. It's like Ben can make plays, but he's just inconsistent. I feel like sometimes he just makes the absolute wrong play. Like in Cleveland game 1, he threw into triple coverage. He was forcing the ball to AB sometimes.
He's a high risk, high reward player.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what he is. He'll spread the ball out. We'll get our offense going, but it's all about that defense making that stop.
Yeah, so, our defense is our difference maker. I think to continue my point about defense making plays. I think we really, 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 in a lot of the NFL, lack ball awareness. Our defensive, Joe Hayden has balls just going through his hands, and it's those are plays that should be made. They're right there in front of you. So it's just To finish this little piece off, I mean, our turnover ratio is -7. I mean, that's awful.
A lot of interceptions. Like I said, like Ben's high risk, high reward player. You're gonna score points, but you're gonna turn the ball over. And with a defense that's young, get uprising on the talent, but still kind of young and doesn't know how to play within their limit. It's tough to have a quarterback like that.
Yeah, just giving their offense extra opportunities.
And Philip Rivers is playing really good this year.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah. So, I got that coming up. It's gonna be good. 39 sacks though. 39 sacks this year. That's great. That's awesome. I mean, we're having 3.5 sacks a game. Our defensive line is phenomenal. I love, like you said earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Our defensive line it's just so much fun to watch.
We're not even blitzing that much to the quarterback, and we're still getting outside pressure, and we're still pressuring the quarterback with a 4-man rush. So it's good to see.
T.J. Watt has 10 sacks. He's my favorite player on the defensive side of the ball.
Too. He's got 4
I love Sean Davis. I mean, those are 2 players. Mike Hilton's another one I really appreciate.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, yeah. So T.J. Watt has 10 sacks along with 4 forced fumbles this season, which kind of leads me to my next point. You know, I got the 3 major points. So the second one being we need to pressure Rivers. I mean, any great quarterback, you just need to pressure him, bring the heat. You know what I mean? I mean, their offensive line has allowed 20 sacks this year. You know, that's just over a sack and a half a game. I think we're gonna get to them. Like Carolina, I think they were allowing like a sack and a half a game when we went in there and we tore them up. We sacked Cam Newton 5 times. We rattled that offense up.
Yeah.
I mean, they lost like 4 games in a row after we played them. I don't know if that means anything.
The thing is Philip Rivers is a quarterback that his type of release takes a long time. Takes a long time.
Yeah.
He kind of like a slingshot quarterback. So we can, when we're going to get to the quarterback, so it might be useful in our favor.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't got Gordon, so they're not going to pass in the flats as much.
I do want to say Rivers has been great this year. Rivers has been awesome.
I do second that.
That's why we need to pressure him. We need to slow him down. Rivers this year, I mean, he's got 3,100 passing yards. He's throwing at 70%. He's got 26 touchdowns and only 6 picks. Like,
yeah, he missed 1 incompletion last game against Arizona. Went 27 for 28.
Yeah, I mean, he's just been great. I thought they might slip a little bit. I mean, Arizona was at 0-10, and I was thinking, damn, Arizona's like coming out for him, you know. But I mean, the Chargers just came back with that shit. Philip Rivers also is one of only 2 QBs, Drew Brees being the other one, to achieve multiple 80% completion games. That game is one of them that you were talking about, and 3 touchdown passes. I mean, him and Drew, that's elite company, you know. So, and also, just an eye test for me personally. I don't know if you feel this way. I know some other Steeler fans may feel this way, but the Steelers have always done better. Just with the eye test, when we bring the pressure to the quarterback, we've always done so well.
Yeah.
You know, You know, I feel like there's games where we've lost in the past where it's been like we don't bring pressure. We play so conservative on the defensive end of the ball.
Yeah, I agree with that. But I mean, back in 2000, from 2004 to 2010, you know, we would blitz and we'd have Troy Polamalu. We'd have a good secondary, and we look. I mean, back then it was better days defense. So
right, I hear you.
So if we get strength in our secondary, I think Pitt would be in the league coming. I don't think we're there yet. But I think it's coming.
I think it's the secondary that needs work on.
Yeah,
you know?
I think Ben's getting old, so
do you
look at that too.
Do you have anything else you want to say before we move on to the third point?
No. Let's move on to the third point.
Cool. My third point, personally, I think ultimately it's a group effort. It's not just one player. We need to take care of the ball. I hate to talk about the Denver game. I've talked about it all week, but that Grimble touchback sucks. Connor fumble sucks. The Big Ben pick at the end of the game sucks.
Well, why are we passing the ball?
I know. I don't want to talk about it no more.
At the goal line. My gosh.
Well, I mean, that was tough. That was But anyways, Ben this year. I told you about Philip Rivers' stats a little bit. Let's talk about Ben. He's thrown for about 500 more yards this season, which I don't think is a big deal. I mean, it's a pass-heavy league, you know. So he's thrown for about 36 and a half, 3,664 yards this season. He's completing at 66%. He's got 24 touchdowns. And how many picks? How many picks do you think?
Between, let's see, how many games? 11, I'm going to say between 11 and 14.
Yeah, he's got 12.
He's got 12, okay.
I mean, for every touchdown he's thrown, every 2 touchdowns is a pick, basically.
That's not good. No, that's not good.
His decision-making, in my opinion, has been very questionable. I mean, he's thrown, the last 2 games, he's thrown 2 picks to end the game. When I was watching the Jacksonville game with Dad at Porky's over in Longview, Ben threw that pick, and to me, it sucked, but I was like, that's classic Ben. I was like, like we lost the game. They threw a flag. It was a holding call on the defense. We continued to win that game. And you'd think going forward, like, maybe that was a good thing because maybe Ben is like, I can't be doing shit like this.
How many fumbles do you think he has, too, on the year?
I don't know.
Four. Four, at least 4.
Yeah.
I mean.
So, but that game, I mean, the next game, he throws the same ball, and it gets picked off, and we don't get bailed out, and we lose the game. It's like, I feel like you carry over, especially from the game prior. Like Xavier Grimble next game, I don't expect him to fumble the ball because he's going into the end zone. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like I feel like players learn from these mistakes.
That was crazy too.
And I hate to shit on Ben so hard because he's been very successful for our franchise, but and it's not all him. Taking care of the ball is a group effort, but that really hurts.
Yeah.
Do you have anything you want to say to that point?
I think you hit on all the points.
I think
Ben being Ben.
Yeah, and this is another point I think that needs to be acknowledged. He tries to force the ball to AB so much,
and it's in the middle of the field too.
Right, yeah, and AB is a great player. I think AB could catch. I mean, he could catch. He can have a 700-yard season, and I will still give AB the credit for being the best receiver on our team because he's there to make those plays when they're needed. Like Tony Toe Tap. He's just an amazing player, and he creates offense for Juju.
AB is capable of getting 1,800 more yards each season.
Yeah, he's great.
And now we got Juju, so I mean our passing game's good. We just need defense, man.
Yeah,
defense.
I mean, Ben this year
turnover ratio was -7. Yeah, -7. I mean, we just gotta take care of the ball,
And like I said,
that's what makes the Patriots good. They don't have a really good defense, but they don't turn the ball over as much. So their defense isn't making all the plays, but they're not turning it over. They're taking care of it.
Yeah, do they? Patriots have
just textbook stuff, yeah. Just a system where you can plug in any player and it works.
Mm-hmm. Ben this season, he's got 2 games throwing 3 picks, and only 1 game throwing 2. But I mean, 2 games throwing 3 picks. That's almost saying that's almost guaranteed. If you would have told me this, if you would have said, Jaden, Ben's gonna throw you 3 picks in 2 games before 11. It's like I already know those are gonna be L's. Like you can't give the other team's offense 3 more possessions. No matter who it is. So I think that just boils down to like the decision making. I feel like, and I mean it's hard, but like I do believe in Ben. Ben, he that 6-game win streak, he was doing well.
He's streaky. Let's take a look at the Pittsburgh Baltimore because we got Pitt at 7-3-1. We got Baltimore at 6-5.
Yeah, I talked about this quite a bit today too. What do you think?
The schedule. I mean, Baltimore I think has a pretty good schedule. Mm-hmm. I don't think the NFC South is that good. Carolina, Tampa Bay. The Saints are pretty good. What am I missing? Good. Atlanta. Pittsburgh was able to beat Tampa Bay, Atlanta, and Carolina. Huge win on Carolina. Yeah. So we got the Saints to play.
And Atlanta. That Atlanta game to me. Actually, the whole division because when we played Tampa, they were 4-2, 4-2.
And Fitzpatrick was Fitzmagic.
Yeah. And we went into that game. I think we were 1-2 at the time. 1-2-1. 1-2-1, I think.
Maybe 2-2-1. But yeah.
Regardless, anyways. I was thinking, man, we could easily slip 1 more loss into our schedule before 5 games, or 6 games. It was, but anyways,
and then the Browns we tied, so we could have easily be 5-6 right here.
Browns are underrated.
5 and 6.
But anyways, yeah.
So we got Baltimore to look at, which is a game behind us. We got that tie, so helps or doesn't help us in either area. But they got KC and then they got the Chargers. Now KC could be different without Kareem Hunt. Who knows what they could be? They still got the passing threat. So.
Mahomes is still throwing the ball.
Yeah, who knows what they could be now? But we'll find out.
I really like. I don't think you need to sleep on Atlanta. With Calvin Ridley and Julio.
I think Atlanta will beat them. I think KC will beat them. Right? Yeah. Tampa may beat them, and I think the Chargers. And I think Cleveland is capable of beating.
I want to say something about Tampa as well. Tampa is one of those teams where Winston can just throw for 300 yards and 3 touchdowns. I think Winston is a decent quarterback. And I just think he's kind of like Ben, but in a more severe way where he's just inconsistent.
Well, him and Fitzpatrick and Jameson are kind of the same,
Yeah, but really I do want to say Atlanta's 4-7. I think they're real good. I don't think they're real good. I think they're a good team.
I think them and Denver are the best under 500 teams. One of the best 500 teams.
I think them losing Devontae Freeman really sucks. Yeah. I really like Devontae Freeman, and I really like Calvin Ridley.
Anyway, so what schedule do you like more here?
Yeah.
What schedule do you like?
I'm getting off track. I like Atlanta.
Pitt's got a tougher schedule. tougher schedule.
Oh yeah.
But
yeah.
if we win these games, this will give us.
The thing is, we have a tougher schedule because they play Kansas City and the Chargers, and we play the Chargers, the Patriots, and the Saints. You know what I mean? Cincinnati's limp as fuck, and so
I'm
are the
not
Raiders.
worried about Cincinnati and the Raiders.
I
think Baltimore is overrated. I think they do have a good defense, but I do think they're a little overrated.
I will say,
I think Cincinnati and Baltimore are a little. Whoever's playing at home will win that game. You know, if Cincinnati's playing at home, they will win.
Cincinnati's real hurt.
Yeah.
Cincinnati's real beat up. But with our games, I think the thing that's in our favor is Ben plays really well at home. Ben plays. He's only thrown 2 picks, and he's thrown like the other 11 or 10 on the road.
We play the Patriots at home.
Yeah, Patriots at home, Chargers at home. But the thing about the Patriots that's always killed us.
Hopefully Gronkowski.
Yeah, and Chris Hogan killed us last year. But Patriots are great. Patriots are great. Like it's hard to question that.
Dynasty.
So with that, those are the 3 points I think we need to cover, and I think we covered them pretty well. But
where do you think Bell is going to land?
Indy.
He's going to the Colts. I think Indy or KC.
I promise you, he's going to the Colts. I think he's going to the Colts. I swear. Like
just because of that Instagram comment.
Yes, that Instagram comment.
Just that comment. Okay.
Let me take a look through here. Do you want to even get into the Bell comments?
No, we don't need to. No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, Gordon's out with an MCL injury. Well, I'm just going to cover a couple stats. We're about to close this up. This is what I normally would think is a big deal. Like your star running back's out. I think that's a big deal. But the thing is,
but he's good. Eckler's good.
Eckler is filling in for this guy, and he's averaging 5.8 yards per rush
and over 10 yards receiving.
Yeah, 11.1 yards per catch.
Man,
you know what I mean? Pittsburgh's allowing only 4.2 yards per carry, 10th best. That defensive line that we talked about.
Mm-hmm.
I really, really like Cameron Hayward, Stephon Tuitt. Hilton when he blitzes in there. You know, Dupree's had a decent.
We don't really talk about this much, but how's the Chargers defensive line? How many sacks do they have? They don't get to the QB that.
They're averaging 2.5 sacks a game.
2.5. Okay.
Yep. I'm not sure.
They're probably in the middle at 15 to 20 then maybe.
Yeah. Maybe. Yeah, I think actually with 2.5 they're at about 24 sacks this game.
Turnover ratio.
Their turnover ratio is +4. Their third down conversion they're at 37% on the season, so they're not as good as Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's at 45%, and they've also had more third downs. So I think that shows a lot. But the turnover ratio is what really, really kills me. Is the -7. That sucks.
I got final score.
What do you think? I'm not about to put a final score on this. Shit, it's gonna be.
I think it's gonna be 31.
Wait, before you say anything, let me tell you something. I just remembered that I read. The Chargers are only allowing 225 yards passing a game. Yeah. And Ben's throwing 40 times last game. You know, so I think.
Well, okay, so look who they played though. They're playing the NFC. I think the NFC North, right? Seattle, or no, NFC West. Seattle, Arizona, San Fran. Mm-hmm. And the Rams. They lost to the Rams, and they got a good quarterback. But those other teams, Seattle doesn't have really good passing. 49ers got their quarterback. Garoppolo's out. Mm-hmm. Arizona Cardinals, they're out. They haven't really played that much against it. And Denver, Oakland, they're not very good. So who knows? Pitt could be a real test for the passing.
The one thing I want to say, though, is Denver did throw. We did throw for. Ben threw for 452 yards, I think. 462 against them.
And we lost.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't want to talk about that.
Ben needs to throw between 30 and 40. James Conner needs to get about 30 touches, 20 rushes, maybe 10 receiving, catching, however you want to do that. But he needs to get the ball. Conner is a good playmaker. He needs to get the ball.
Yeah.
But final score.
I do want to say Ben hit 8 different targets last week.
That's awesome.
Switzer had a great game.
That's awesome.
Juju had an amazing game.
Juju did have
final score. I don't got a final score. Maybe I'll think about it while he tells his. Because a lot of people think it'll be a shootout, and I think it very well could be a shootout.
I'm gonna say 30. I'm gonna say 31-17 Pittsburgh.
Really? Wow. Yeah. I think it very well could be a shootout, but I also think it's gonna be either a low scoring game or a high scoring game. It's not gonna be this like 17-21. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I feel like 24-27, and I want to say Pittsburgh because I'm a fan. And I know Pittsburgh's going to win.
I know Pittsburgh's going to win this
because they're playing at home. Ben's good at home.
We're playing at home, and I think our defense will step up, and I think they're going to get 17. Maybe 20. Maybe a field goal kick in there.
Yeah.
A 36-yard field goal kick.
How's your fantasy?
If I get this right, though, if I say 31-20, and they kick a 36-yard field goal, I got to bet on that.
How's your fantasy team doing?
Yeah, not good.
Not good.
Yeah, I think it's like 3-8, 3-9 or something. I don't know,
bro. Damn, I think I made.
I do have. Well, see, now he's out. I did have Melvin Gordon. He was playing good. Now he's out. I have who's God dang, who is the tight end for the Packers? Graham.
Jimmy Graham. He was a piece of trash. I do want to say before we close this out, Chargers allowing the third fewest fantasy points to Ben Roethlisberger. So if you got him, bench him. Anything else you want to say?
No, that was a good paper flip, though.
Thanks, dude. I almost threw it in the candle.
All right,
everybody. Thanks. I appreciate you for listening.
Tyler Johnson.
Let's hear a shout out to Steel Wire Pods.
Here we go. Shout out to Steel Wire Pods.